What's up? Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. I am Harrison Graham, and on today's show, we're going to answer all your questions on this mailbag. So use hashtag Bears or Super Chat to get your questions on the show. Super Chat from Nate. What's up, Nate? Everyone's eyes are on JF1. Want it to be next year. So that was in response to Dan Orlovsky's MVP discussion, I believe. Look, I don't think he's an MVP candidate this year right now. The Bears are 3-7. So I do think he could enter next season as a MVP candidate if he finishes this year strong. So yeah, he's under the spotlight. Like when you hop on Twitter, Justin Fields is almost always trending because that's he's been a major talking point for the last few weeks in the NFL. Miliano Brito, it's called tanking. Sit all starters until next year. Well, yeah, but you're not going to sit like Justin Fields. The way you can tank without players and coaches giving up is play younger guys that maybe don't give you the best chance to win. Like instead of, Equanimous St. Brown, play Velus Jones, right? Stuff like that. Instead of Byron Pringle, play N'Keal Harry. Although I think N'Keal Harry's better anyway. Do stuff like that. Get Treston Ebner some snaps at running back. You can do stuff like that. Maybe you go back to Larry Borum. I think Riley Reif's been better, but Riley Reif is a 33-year-old on a one-year deal. So I think there are different things you can do to get young guys opportunities and also be a slightly worse football team in the process as well. Appreciate the super chats. This one from Lil Squad. Just imagine what this current Bears squad had the 2018 defense with this year's offense. Yeah, sure. But it doesn't work that way, right? Now, it doesn't mean the Bears can't get a good defense. You can be good on both sides, but it's hard to be really good on both sides of the ball. That's why there are only a few good teams or a few teams out there are good on both sides. The way you get good on both sides of the ball, you got to draft well because you have to have good players on cheap contracts to build that depth. So, and what's crazy about the offense, Little Squad, is does any of us think the personnel is above average? Now, Cole Kmet's playing better. He's playing like a good tight end, so that's good. The running backs are pretty good. But Darnell Mooney, he's good, but he's not even a Pro Bowl level guy. Claypool has talent, but for the Bears so far, he hasn't done anything yet. That's going to take time. The receivers as a whole are not very good. The offensive line it's up and down. I think there's some, promising signs with guys like Braxton Jones and Tevin Jenkins. But imagine when the personnel gets better on offense, how good the offense could be. Brody Lance with a question. We're 3-7 now. Shouldn't we start playing Velus Jones again to see if he can be a piece for the future? That's kind of my point. Like, I get it. You've sent the message, like, Velus, you haven't been playing well. You're dropping passes. You're dropping punts. Unacceptable. Hits principle. Yada, yada, yada. But, like, Dante Pettis, Byron Pringle, these guys on one-year deals, play Velus. Velus needs to play. I just don't get the upside. Like, if you still think in your heart, if you're Matty Eberflus and this coaching staff, that this team could rally and get into the playoff picture, okay, I guess play guys that you think give you the best chance to win. But are Pringle and Pettis and these type of guys like just tearing it up? The answer is no. The answer is no. So I would play Velus Jones. I would play N'Keal Harry. Get these guys out there, see if they're a piece for the future. Like right now, do you think Byron Pringle would be re-signed? I don't. Do you think Dante Pettis would be re-signed? I don't. I don't. I think other guys will fill up those wide receiver positions and find out if anybody you currently have could be those type of players. Should the Bears play Velus Jones, type P for play, D for don't? Put your coaching hat on and let me know. I think you should, even though he hasn't been good so far. J1, does Fields have a chance for most improved? I don't know if that's actually a real award in the NFL. There's comeback player of the year, but to have a comeback player of the year, that's usually like coming back from a major injury. Like, who was going to be the obvious candidate for that? Saquon Barkley, Lamar maybe, Geno Smith, right? He wasn't injured, but he's been a backup for years. That could be an answer. So, if it was an award, yes, but I actually don't think it's an official NFL award. From Politically Incorrect, what are the chances Getsy is back in Chicago next year? I'll go 2.5 Smoking Jays. I still think there's a better chance he's back than he gets a head coaching job because it's hard to get a head coaching job, but I think it's a much greater than 0 chance that he gets a head coaching job. Maybe I'll go 3 smoking Jays that he's back. I'll say 25 to 30% chance he gets a head coaching job. He's turned this offense around very quickly. It's been impressive what he's done. Fields obviously deserves a lot of credit, but Getsy does too. I mean, he's calling the plays. He's designing the offense, so teams are going to be intrigued by that. BetUS, the top sportsbook partner in the game, and you guys can make money all season long and all year long based on whatever sports you want to bet on by going to chatsports.com/bears. Use promo code BEARDOWN to get a 125% deposit bonus. $100 down, $125 for free. Make some money with BetUS this season. Tony Williams, Pettis has played well enough to play. Velus hasn't. I get, like, in a vacuum, Pettis has outplayed Velus. But, like, if you keep losing, maybe 3-7, it's too early. But, like, what if you lose the Falcons? You're 3-8. Is it more valuable to this team to play Dante Pettis or Velus Jones? I think it's Velus Jones. Like, I'm not saying Velus needs to return punts, but put him at kickoff return. Khalil Herbert is playing a lot of snaps on offense. He doesn't need to be your kickoff returner. Put him at kickoff return and get him some snaps on offense. Pettis, the main reason he is active is to catch punts. I mean, seriously. Did they throw him the ball the other day against the Lions? No, he took one jet sweep. I'd rather see Velus Jones on those jet sweeps. And by the way, Equanimous on the jet sweep action, he's not a burner. Get a burner on the perimeter. Velus Jones, that's the one thing he did show. On those plays, he was getting big yardage. I'd like to see more of it. J1, what is your dream first-round pick for 2023? Well, if you're watching live, I'm about to unveil my latest mock draft, so stay tuned for that. But my dream is probably Will Anderson. I think you probably have to get a top 3 pick to get him. Bears currently slated 6th in the NFL draft order, but that would be the dream. Will Anderson out of Alabama. Guys, this pass rush is a joke. They can't generate any pressure without blitzing. You tell me the last time the Bears got pressure bringing 4. Maybe Justin Jones did it one time last game. It's bad. This front 4 is an absolute disgrace. Mr. Inglewood, do you get mad when Packer fans call JF1 a running quarterback or a running back? It's clear that his runs are only the offense. He didn't this for running the ball. I don't get that last sentence. I don't really care what they say because they know that beyond Aaron Rodgers, they don't have a long-term answer. And Packer fans in private would trade Aaron Rodgers for Justin Fields straight up right now. And if they're telling you they wouldn't, they are liars. They are absolute liars. So Justin Fields is a quarterback that runs like a running back. That's what I will say. He's a special runner. He can throw the ball downfield. We've seen that on display. Does the passing game need to improve? Yes. Do the receivers need to get open more? And does the pass protection need to hold up more? You bet your ass it does. He is not a running back. He is a quarterback. Subscribe to Bears Now for videos all season long. And don't forget to turn on those notifications because sometimes if you're subscribed, you may not get notified on your phone. But if you turn on those noties, you are going to get a notification when we publish a video or when we go live. So hit that sub button, turn on noties. That way you never miss any Bears Now coverage. Luke Thompson, if Velus Jones is a healthy scratch with this weak receiving group, how is he going to get any playing time next year when the Bears spin big? I mean, it's a good question. Like, that's why I would play him the rest of the season and try to figure some things out. Can he be a reliable return man, at least on kickoffs? Can he be a player on offense? Do you want to give him a couple snaps out of the backfield? See if he can be like a scat back. I don't know. Like, I don't think him not playing is a good sign. Like, I would rather get him out there and see what he can do. I'm not saying play the guy 75% of offensive snaps, but give him Dante Pettis' snaps. And kudos to Pettis. Like, his career was almost dead, and he's come in here and he's done some decent things. But you got to think about the future a little bit too when you're 3-7. DeJuan, Justin Fields, 1,000 yards rushing. Barring an injury, he will get there. I mean, he's 6th in the NFL in rushing. He's over 700 yards rushing. So, yeah, I mean, what he's doing is unbelievable. He's got a very good chance of getting 1,000, and he's got a decent chance of breaking the quarterback single-season rushing record. He is on pace to do so right now. So, it's fun to watch. It's impressive to watch. Will the Bears have a top 5 draft pick? Right now, they have the number 6 pick. If the season ended today, they would have the 6th pick. Will they get into the top 5? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Predict it for us down in the comments. Matt W., I hope in the draft we trade back in the first round to get more draft capital and draft Jalin Hyatt. That dude is like a Tyreek Hill. I don't think he's actually like a Tyreek Hill. He's not that fast, but he is explosive. He's fun as hell to watch, and he's one of a ton of receivers that I like in this draft. And yeah, the higher draft pick you get, trading back gets you more capital. So again, I'm not saying actively lose, but if you lose, it's not the end of the world. But you won't catch me celebrating or like getting pissed off at wins either. Like winning is still a good thing. So I think you're in a win-win situation right now on that front. Goat mode, is Jalen Johnson good? He was getting beaten coverage and had a few flags. Even if they weren't good calls, would you sign a corner or two? I do think he's good when he's healthy. He's clearly not healthy. He's got an oblique injury. I mean, every time he was on the sideline, they were checking him out. Kudos for him for playing through it. He probably should not have been out there, if we're being honest. I mean, watch him run around. He's slow because he's hurt. He's not healthy. So I wouldn't be shocked if he was out this week. I think he gutted it out because what options do you have? Lamar Jackson? I mean, they elevated Harrison Hand from the practice squad because they thought Jalen would be out. It's not good. You don't have good options at corner. So, but I will say, getting some corners this offseason for next year could make sense. I mean, Jalen and Kendall Vilder are on the last year of their rookie deals next year. So, and is Kendall Vilder like a guy you want to put out there a lot next season? I don't know. Alex Deno, if more QB spies and containment is applied, Fields cannot run around as well. Will he be able to make for it with good passing? So here's a misconception, Alex, and appreciate the $5. The Dolphins did a decent amount of QB spying. He beat it. He's too fast. So you know what the Lions did? They said, we can't spy you with the player. We're not going to. We're going to try and limit other areas. And he had another field day running, but he actually had less yards than the week before, believe it or not, even though he still ran for 147. If you put one QB spy on Fields, Fields is going to win that battle. He's just faster than the linebackers. He's too fast. So he has actually shown when they spy, he can beat it. When they don't, he can beat it. Now, do we need to see more passing and kind of rhythm passing? Yes, but the offense is working based on what it's doing, and that's running the football. That's play action shots and Justin doing his thing in design runs and running the football as well. So I can't really criticize what the offense is doing right now. Appreciate all the questions. Give me a follow on social media if you have any more. If we didn't get to your question, Geezer, we will get to that in a second. At HGramNFL on Twitter, at HGramNFL on Instagram. Appreciate all of you guys. Give me a follow. Slide into the DMs if you have any questions.